Okay, in this demo video I'm going to show you the contacts and agents and how the things that you can do within the contacts and agents. So I'm going to just go ahead and go to the view contacts here. Okay, here I am on the view contacts, and from within this what I can do is I can from within the view I could add a contact, or any place on the site that you see this little wand is where you would import or export contacts. So if you want to import your contacts, you can do that, and you can import up to 500 at a time of your contacts there. And you can see over here that has the My Teams contacts. So if I'm on a team, I'd be able to view different members of the team's contacts. And then I can also sort my contacts by different contact types, which you can control the different types that you have on your site. So I'm just going to go down here and just pick this top contact here, and you can see it's got a follow-up date of 11/2. So right on that site I'm going to be able to do a search if I need to, based on follow-up dates or the name of the contact, any of that. But within the contact, you can see here there are tons of different contact types. So these different contact types, I can set that up and however I want them. I can customize them. So, let's say that I don't want to have home inspectors in there. I can just remove that contact type so it doesn't even show up. Or let's say that I wanted to have a home warranty company or home warranty person, whatever. I could create that type as well. So you have full control of these. You can also grant or deny access to individual contacts in the system. You can have their name, two email addresses, you can upload a photo, and then you've got, like I showed in the beginning, you've got this follow-up date that I can add for each of the individual contacts. Down here I've got different tabs, so I could put as many different addresses as I want in here, and when I click on that plus sign it's going to bring up, and you can see I can put any of these type of addresses in there for that I want to for each of the contacts. I can do the same thing for phone numbers. You can track as many phone numbers as you want. This additional information is custom information. So as the broker, you can control, what type of information you want to have. You can have dates in there, you can have numbers, or you can have text fields, however you want to set it up. From within the contact, if I wanted to email this Billy Buyer, I can just check that. It's going to show that it's coming from me, my email address. If I wanted to carbon copy somebody on it, I can put the subject in there, and then I can create the email down in here as well, and just say, this is a test. And let me put that in there, test. Click on send email. It's going to then send an email to that person right from the system, but it's going to show that it came from me. Now, the reason I wanted to show you that is once you go into the notes over here, the notes is going to keep track of all the information that you type in there. So if I wanted to add a contact note, I would just click on that. And then as you can see, it date and time stamps. Here's the email that I sent. This was the subject line. This is what was in the body of the email. So that's how the contacts work. So now let's go and we'll take a look at the agents. So now I'm just going to click on View Agents. So again, it's brought up the different agents, and as you can see here, the different ways that I can view them is I've got company agents, branch agents, contact info, other info, follow-ups, all agent accounts, my branch accounts, or I can export agents. So if I needed to export them, I could export them to Excel, Word, or a CSV file. Within the system, I can do searches, and so I would just type in here, if I wanted to search for this Alicia Parker, I could just type in Parker or Alicia, click on this little filter off to the side, and either say it contains, does not contains, that it starts with, ends with, it's equal to, any of these items in here. I could do a sort based on that, or I can sort it by clicking on the column and have it sort either in ascending or descending order. But let's go ahead and just pick this Alicia here. You can see it tracks her name, email, hire date, the office she's in, if she's on a team, and then what commission plan that she's on as well. So I clicked on that magnifying glass, which then brings up the agent's information. And again, if I had an agent that for whatever reason I want to deny them access, I can do that here. If we needed to change their email address, we can change that, which is also going to be their username. If they forget their password, I can go in and reset a password for them. So you don't need to call into support to reset the password. I can upload photos, again set follow-up dates. This works very similar to the contacts. The only difference on this one is there's a lot more information that you can keep track of. So as you can see here, here's all the information I can keep track of on this agent. I can have their hire date, expiration date, if I want them to be able to hide them from the public so that they don't show on the front end, if they can receive leads, if they have a key to my office, which team that they're on, which office they're in. I can track their birthday, their tax ID number, which you can see is encrypted, so to protect that. What their preferred payment method is, if it's check or by wire, and then any biography information. The addresses tab, again, I can keep track of as many addresses I want, as many phone numbers. Custom info, again, as the broker you can control this, so if you wanted to track their toothbrush color, you could do that. The languages that they speak, any paperwork that I want to keep track of. So their independent contractor agreement could go in here. Any paperwork, a copy of their license, their insurance, any of that's just right there where I would have access to it anytime I need it. The fees and commission plans is going to show the different fees and plans that they're on. We've got an account ledger, so you can track any money going in and out to that agent. You can track their credit card information and also their bank information, so if you're needing to send them wires or you're wanting to charge their credit card for fees. There's an email signature. Again, send emails works similar to what I had shown you before. This listings tab is going to show all of the listings that agent has taken. Same with their transactions. So for that agent, if I wanted to see their transactions, I could either do a search through the all transactions or I could come to their profile and take a look. Either way. But the agent would be able to go in and see these as well. And then I can track all of the commissions that they've been paid. And then any notes. Anytime that I do anything on the account, it's going to keep track of it here. That's going to be date and time stamped. And then permissions. I can control all of the permissions for the agent. So the agent's not going to see this tab, but as the broker I can. So let's say I was going to be going out of town and wanted to give Alicia the ability to review transactions. I could come up here, select review transactions, click on this add permission to the role, and she now has the ability to review transactions. And then if I wanted to remove that ability to remove transactions, I could just come down here and click on remove permissions role from the user. So that's an overview of the contacts and the agent information for the site, and to give you a demo of the things you can do.